is Kitty Reporter with Hot Cat's Meow Topics. John Boehner had a chicken fit. This is the future Speaker of the House. Even though he once said he would vote for extending tax cuts for people making $250,000 or less, and that was his only choice, he did not honor his promised commitment. December 2, 2010, when the bill came up for a vote, he reneged on his promise and voted down tax cuts for people making $250,000 or less. He voted no on tax cuts for the middle class. No tax cuts for you.
That's chicken crap, all right?
Republicans claim they care about helping Americans get jobs. Their actions, however, on the floor of the House indicated they only care about some people in the United States and are willing to hurt other Americans. They care about giving more bonuses to the top 1 to 2% of Americans than helping people who make $250,000 or less. The GOP is all for giving bonuses for millionaires, as Rachel Maddow said. The Republicans talk about being fiscally responsible and for reducing the deficit, yet their big fat talking point, "We're here to end the spending," evaporates with their tunnel vision desire to pass tax cuts for high earners who make more than $250,000 a year and upwards of millions of dollars a year. Republicans voted to increase the lowest tax bracket folks from 10% to 15% when they voted no. How do we know who to believe regarding what will help create jobs and improve the economy? Well, there's an office called the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, CBO. The CBO clearly stated in its November fiscal projections for 2010 and 2011 that extending all the Bush tax cuts permanently would, quote, worsen the fiscal outlook, unquote. Show us the numbers, GOP. Show us how your policies will create jobs and help the economy. Where are the real-world, economic, number-crunching evidence? The CBO certainly does not agree with your abstract thinking. The Bush tax cuts for the top 1 to 2% have been in force for nearly a decade, and they have not led to more job creating. The top 1 to 2% of Americans now have 23.5% of the wealth, and they're sitting on it, hoarding it. And the gap between rich and poor has never been larger than now, since 100 years. Corporations already have trillions of dollars, yet they're not creating jobs. They've got plenty of money. However, Representative Boehner and Senator McConnell's drumbeat of silly, vacuous, Luncian-style talking points, where they say things like, Americans want certainty, and extending tax cuts for the richest of the rich will create certainty and more jobs. This is a complete myth. They're trying to connect the idea that certainty will occur because people know they're going to get tax cuts for the top 1 to 2%, and somehow magically that's going to create jobs. A plus B does not equal C. But the certainty about what they want is the following. This talking point about creating certainty sounds good. Of course, everyone wants certainty. Who doesn't? We want to be certain about certain things. Well, here's what will be certain if the tax cuts for the top 1 to 2% are passed. We will, with great certainty, have a huge gaping hole in the deficit of a particular certain $700 billion. Bush tax cut extension for the top 1 to 2% will, with great certainty, increase the deficit for present and future generations. Extending the tax cuts for the top earning 1 to 2% of Americans have no basis in real mathematical economic numbers for how this would actually, realistically, in the real world, help the U.S. economy. If anything, it is certain that these tax cuts would create a huge, unfunded budget deficit of $700 billion. Unfunded, fiscally irresponsible, budget-busting, huge gaping hole in the deficit, a $700 billion hole. Republicans are long on hot-button talking points that come out of focus groups led in many times by Frank Luntz, and short on wisdom, facts, and reality-based problem solving that actually create solutions and jobs for Americans. Long on phony talking points, short on sustainable solutions that create jobs or seriously improve the economy. It's time the American people wised up to the misleading talking points drummed into their minds by the GOP and folks at Fox News. The GOP claims that they know what the American people said in the election. Well, one of the things that they want is jobs, and they want an improved economy. And the CBO says the single most effective way to do that is to extend unemployment benefits. This is Kitty Reporter saying good night, good luck, and have a pleasant tomorrow. Stay tuned for more hot cat meow.